Okay, 8.2. Whoops. Variables on both sides. Okay, I only have one page of notes, front and back, because the stuff is not that bad. Okay, 8.2, variables on both sides. Taking what y'all did 2 days ago, simplifying expressions and everything, and this, and remember, y'all did a little bit of intruder alert, and that's basically what we're doing. All right, so one piece of important information is you need to always eliminate the variable on the right first. It'll make your life a lot easier. And I'm going to explain that to you.
Does it mean like the equal sign? We'll say the equal
That's
sign?
all right. That's all right. Okay. Example, 7x equals 16 plus 5x. Okay. So here's your equal sign. So you know, because there's an equal sign and we've got a letter and numbers, that we're solving for x. We want to know what x is. So right here where it says always eliminate the variable on the right first, we're talking about this whole thing right here, this term. It's on the right side of the equal sign. We want to get rid of it first. Okay? We want the variables over here. So, how do I get rid of this first? I'll tell you. That's right. We're going to subtract the whole term from both sides. We're subtracting because this is adding, or you could say it's positive. If there's no sign in front of it, like the 16 has no sign in front, we assume it's positive or adding, whatever you want to say. So then 7x minus 5x is 2x equals 16. Kelly, what do I do now?
Now you do intruder alert and divide 16 by 2.
That's right. Divide both sides by 2. Since we're multiplying the 2 and the x and we want to get the x all by itself and get rid of the 2, we divide both sides. And we have x equals 8. That's what you're doing today. Huh? Any questions so far? Let's do another. What? All right. 8x plus 5 equals x. Joseph, how would I do this?
Subtract 8x to both sides.
We want to try to keep the variable over here. So what can I do?
You could add 8x to both sides.
Well, 8 is already over here on this side of the equal sign. So if I have 8, if I have x on this side of the equal sign, there's two things actually you could do here. You want to phone a friend? What else could I move? Sure. We could. We could also move this x over there. Let me show y'all what that looks like, okay? Let's say I want to move the x because I want to keep the x all over here. I'm going to show you. We could move the 5 over and then move the x over, okay? Kelly, are you watching? We could move the 5 over here and then move that x over here. Or you could move the x over here. So I want to show y'all. This is a positive x, so we would subtract x on both sides. And what I would get is 7x plus 5 equals 0. Don't be afraid to move this stuff over here and then we have nothing, because that's going to throw people off. Well, wait, what do I do? You put a 0 there. See what I'm saying? Now, Joseph, what can I move? I have my x on this side of the equal sign, so what do I need to start getting rid of? Okay, so how do I get rid of it? That's right. So now I can do and you could do the 5 first if you wanted to, but I wanted to show you what it looks like when you clear everything out and you just put a 0 in there. So now I can move the 5 over there and I'm left with 7x equals -5. See how that works? Now I can divide both sides by 7 to isolate that variable, and you can leave it as a fraction since it doesn't divide evenly. And there's your answer. Then you'd have a decimal answer. No, not at all. Good question. She said, well, what if we went ahead and divided -5 by 7? Then you'd have a decimal answer, and that's perfectly fine. Any questions on that? Joseph, do you understand? Kelly? Any questions before I move on? Okay, because I don't have a whole lot of notes for this time because it's kind of stuff that you've been doing. So you better ask. Okay, I've got some more pieces of information. If you have the variable, and what's a variable again? Letters. And constant. What's a constant? That's right. On both sides, here's what you do. Get variable on one side of equal sign, and constant on another. On the other side of equal sign. Okay, so if you have a variable and constant on both sides, you're going to try to get the variable on one side of the equal sign, just like what we just did, and the constant on the other. For example, y'all ready? 2x plus 9 equals 5x minus 3. Okay, so all we're doing today is just adding more stuff to both sides of the equal sign. So Talia, if I want to get the variable on one side and numbers on the other side, what can I do here? Subtract 5x on both sides. She's correct. Good job. So Joseph and Kelly, Notice we're moving the variable to the left side of the equal sign first. Y'all see that? You see that, Joseph? Okay. So I have negative 3x plus 9 equals negative 3. Natalia, what do I do now?
Now you're going to subtract 9.
Now we're going to subtract 9 on both sides because we've got to get the regular numbers to the other side of the equal sign. And I have negative 3x equals negative 12. Any questions before we move on? Yes, Kelly.
Do we also have to move the to the 12 so it's positive?
Oh, we're not done yet because x isn't by itself yet. Are you talking about this right here?
No, with the subject sign.
This?
Yeah.
Well, we're not done yet.
That's once you get like negative x equals something.
Yeah, if you get just a negative in a letter, then we move it over. Good question.
So I was confused.
Okay, but do you understand what we're doing up here?
Yes.
Okay, Joseph, do you have questions? All right, so now what do I do? You're going to divide both sides by negative 3 to get rid of that negative 3. And I have x equals, see right here, Kelly, a negative divided by negative is a?
Positive, so it's 4.
There you go.
I answered it.
So, any questions on that? Seriously, any questions?
That's the only one I had.
Good. Joseph? All right, I got one more for y'all.
Actually, I do have a question.
You do? Okay.
So, I can't remember exactly, when would you get like negative x equals something? Because like on our paper yesterday, I kept wondering like, am I going to get a negative x and have to move it over?
Like right here. Let's say I had 3 minus x equals 4.
Oh.
And if I move the 3 over, I'm left with negative x equals 1.
Okay. And then it'd just be x equals 1.
And then it'd be x equals negative 1.
Okay.
Good question.
No, I'm confused. Did you have to move the 5? Because if you
What 5 over here?
Yeah.
I did move the 5.
No, but I mean, could you have moved the 2?
Well, where do we really want our variable? I mean, yeah, you could move the 2x over here and then the negative 3 over there. Yeah, you can, as long as you have the letters on one side of the equal sign and the regular numbers on the other.
Oh, okay, because I got confused after you did that.
Yeah, as long as you have the letters on one side of the equal sign and the numbers on the other. Let's do one more. 4 times x minus 3, Kelly?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Equals negative 2 times 3x plus 11. Okay, so Kelly, once you have that written down, tell me what to do.
So first you want to do
Distributive.
Yeah, distributive property.
Okay. So she's right on both sides. So it's 4 times x and 4 times negative 3. Negative 2 times 3x and negative 2 times 11. So 4 times x, Kelly, is?
4x.
4 times negative 3?
Negative 4. Negative 12.
Negative 12 equals negative 2 times 3x.
Negative 6.
X, there you go. Negative 2 times 11.
Negative 22.
All right, so Kelly, tell me what to do now.
You wanna? Can we do the numbers first, or do we have to do?
Nope, you can do numbers first.
Okay. You add negative 22, and you turn it into a positive, and you add it to 12.
So you want to move the numbers on this side.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it that way to show that you can absolutely do it. So since it's minus 22, we're going to add 22 to both sides. And so that's 4x.
4x. Plus 10.
10 equals negative 6x. All right, so now what do I do?
I have to write that. First, then you want to turn the 4x into a negative and subtract it on both sides.
Very good. So we're going to subtract 4x on both sides since the 4x is positive. So I have 10 equals negative 10x. Now what do I do?
Then you want to do.
Just tell me what operation.
I can't remember the operation's name though.
Adding,
Computer
subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. We're dividing what?
You're dividing the 10.
Negative 10, right?
Yes.
On both sides. So 10 divided by negative 10 is?
1. Negative 1.
Very good. And there's your answer. Any questions? So you could do it on both sides. Very good. You are going to do page 321, numbers 6 through 28 even. That's 12 problems. It's going to be due Friday. Don't forget to work on your IXL. Can't remember when it's due.
That's right, it's the same do.
Yeah, look on Google Classroom.
Perfect.